feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have...
Hello, everyone. This is another episode of Secular Activism Unfiltered, and I have a very special guest who I consider a very great friend of mine, Ryan Thibodeau.
Hello.
Hey, Ryan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
It is so great to have you on my show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, no problem. Now, what I like to do is to find out from my guest is how did you get to where you are now? How did you get into the activism section?
Um, I think it was around 2017. I was, watching a lot of, people on YouTube, a lot of events that were happening. And around that time, they were doing the protests every year of the Ark Park down in Kentucky. So my wife and I decided to go, and we drove from Michigan all the way down there. And we met up with the organizers at Tri-State Freethinkers, and it was great. It was like a whole day of events, and there was a ton of speakers, and that's when I met Aaron Ra and Seth Andrews for the first time. I also met a guy named Jim Helton, who was the American Atheist board
Yes, him and his
director.
wife are amazing. I love
Yeah,
him and his wife. Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah, and it was great. I met a lot of people, and kind of got asked around. Hey, do you guys know any of the Michigan people? And there really wasn't any one from American Atheists at Michigan at the time. So I was kind of active a little bit with the local groups, but at that time they said, we're going to come back to Michigan in a little bit. Why don't you guys meet up with us? So when they came to Michigan again, the American Atheist team, I met up with them and kind of had some talks, and there was an event they did, and then talked, and then met up with Jim Helton one more time as kind of an interview, and then they had me on the team as a volunteer, and
That's
that's what started it.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate because you were one of the first people in a community that I actually met and
Yeah.
connected with because
Yeah.
we actually don't live too far from each other.
Yeah.
So it was great to get the love and the response from you and Steve that I got and things like that. And and that's what I'm saying. This community is a family.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know for me, I do want to touch on the Atheist Coalition. That's amazing what you're doing with
Oh
that.
yeah, the Atheist Coalition of Michigan. Yeah. Well, that's a service organization that I started around 2018 maybe. Basically, it basically is set up just because there wasn't much service organizations at the time that had things going on. There was some churches, but I was against that because we all know what the churches don't. They're not open about their records of their money and their donations, and often those donations go to other things and other places. So I wanted to start a way that local Michigan secular people could volunteer and know that what you're doing is helping people directly. There's no nefarious money collecting or any kind of thing like that. It's just straight helping people.
That's
So
great. Yeah.
yeah, so I teamed up with a crew named OC Mutual, and we started doing stuff in Pontiac around 2018. And yeah, we do it third Saturday of every month, and
Okay.
it's a food, clothing, medical supply giveaway, and it's free for anyone, no matter what. Just take what you need. And last what was it? Yeah, the 15th, I think we did the last one. It was our biggest
Yeah.
yet. It was huge.
Oh,
And
that's yeah.
we had people from Michigan Atheists come out, and that's been really great. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, we're just trying to get as many people that want to do volunteer work for a secular org.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
times it's hard for me because it's the same time that In the Cut, our podcast is on the same time. So I gotta be back in my area set up by 1 o'clock, and I'm like,
Yeah.
but I need to try to find some time that I can volunteer and help. But I think it's very amazing. Do you still do your podcast? I've heard you had one at one time.
I took a little bit of break. I'm gonna get back in it now that I got my equipment back running. Uh, I did it for a while, and then when COVID hit, I I knew that the podcasts were gonna get swarmed with real talent. I'm doing this for fun, but I saw around that time there was a lot of podcasts happening, so I decided to stop, take a break, and let some of the pros step in, do their thing.
Yeah.
And I just didn't have time. I was still working quite a bit,
Oh, yeah.
doing things. So it, it was a little bit. Been on a break, but I I've been kind of writing issues down in one of my notebooks about things I'd like to talk about. Different issues that aren't harped on. I kind of also felt that with ever since 2018, 2019, all the past then, it's like there has been so many talented atheist
Yes.
and secular humanist content creators,
Yes.
and a lot of the things have been said.
Yes.
When people ask me about debating and things like that, I just pass on numbers to people online and people that do this all the time. I'm not the best one to do that. They represent a little bit better than I do.
I'm a little rusty with my
Yeah,
debating. I was
I
I was
don't.
on a debate team, high school and college, so that's a
Yeah,
longer I've debated. I
yeah,
won awards and
it's not my
stuff,
thing.
but I don't really know how to do that now.
Another reason that I started the atheist, coalition is just to do something. I was never one to want to do social meetings. That's really good thing still. I'm just really bad at planning them, so I never got into that. And then the same thing with like the other activities that are happening. I just felt like the service org was how I could, best help the community and get people involved. So um, that's it's I wish there was people are always saying how they'd like to donate, how they'd like to volunteer, but when it comes to it, people are time is time. People get busy in their lives, holidays, it's busy. So I try to make it as easy as possible. If you have something that you just like to drop off, come by and drop it off. You don't got to stay.
Is there a
Um,
center place for you to drop off? Like if somebody available on that Saturday, can they drop it off earlier, a certain location or something like that?
we don't have that set up right now.
Okay.
But I'm working on it with a couple local groups, maybe having like
Okay, I
a
got
bin
you.
or something like that. I previously had one with a group, but the meetings meeting places get changed all the time, so it's tough, and it's it's difficult for local groups to find places to meet.
Yeah, I know. Like I work for the UAW. I've
Yeah.
said it plenty of times. And so during the holidays, we do baskets and stuff
Mm,
like that. We have the adopt a family. We would adopt a kid, and the mother we're adopting has 3 children, and we're only gonna take care of one of the children. And so it made me angry because some of the people were trying to be cheap with the little kid, like 12, 13 years old. And I'm like, no, we all get together and put a decent amount of money to make sure that this child has a nice Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, it won't be much. It'll be a little bit for everybody to put in. This child has a nice Christmas. It makes me angry, you know, like it's not anybody's fault that they're in that situation, the way this economy is.
Yeah.
Everybody is struggling a little bit, it seems like, you know,
Yeah.
even if you had money, middle class don't even exist anymore.
Mm.
So that's why I appreciate you having this,
Yeah.
setting this up, because you have churches telling people that they can't help them.
Yeah.
And in
That
mega
too.
churches.
Yeah. And
And here we are, secular atheists helping people out.
And one thing that we've always done is that we do this without we don't provide any kind of lectures, information. I don't hand out pamphlets or anything about my organization because it's not about that. It's just about helping people. And too often we see churches, and what they'll do is they'll bring you in with that, hey, we're helping you, but there's always a lecture, right? There's always a
Yeah,
pamphlet.
exactly.
There's always some, well, you have to listen to this in order to get this. We don't do that. If
Yeah, because
people come up to us all the time when I'm giving away, they're like, oh, God bless you. This and I don't argue with them. I don't say anything. I'm just happy to help them. And if that's going to help them feel better with what they just got, then that's fine. The
yeah, I
point
remember.
is, the whole point is just to
Yeah,
help people. That's really the
exactly.
point, and not to collect any kind of money from them. It's never about that, and that's one thing. I don't collect money. Now, however, OC Mutual does have legitimate collections and donations that you can go to. My organization doesn't, because I just feel that this is just about the doing. It's not about having control of money. It's not that kind of an organization. And well, most of all, I don't really have staff or anything. I'm not
Yeah.
the 501(c)(3). Like Michigan Atheists, you can donate to them and know that they're transparent about where their money's going and what it's
Yes.
used for. So donate
I'm
to,
the treasurer,
yeah.
so
So
yeah, I definitely.
yeah. So you're accountable, and you guys are open
I'm
to receiving.
accountable. Yes.
That's right.
Yes, I'm
He's accountable.
accountable.
So don't donate to them. You know, that's
Yeah,
and
because yeah,
but for me, it's about the doing. It's about getting out there and doing it and helping people. So
exactly.
people show up with food. They'll buy food for the day and give it out, or they'll show up with canned foods. We had people show up with truckloads of canned goods. They just dropped them
Oh,
and we grabbed them because people need
that's great.
clothes, all sorts of anything. We're
That's
just
great.
trying to help people. We also offer what we did last week. We have some very kind mechanics who lend their time,
Okay.
and they do
Oh wow.
pullover prevention. So they're looking for
Oh
things, little things like, car tail lights, headlights, things like that. Little things that can get you tagged to pull over. So they try to get so
yeah.
you're legit to drive. And so we go and we help people with that. We have boxes of bulbs, and we just help people get their stuff squared away. We do it for free. There's no charge.
Now I'm gonna touch bases with the American Atheist part. What you're the associate director of Michigan? Is that what your title is? If I'm
No,
mistaken.
my title is Michigan director now.
Michigan director. Oh, you're the
Yeah,
actual
I'm the
director now.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Then I think on the thing it still said that you were
It
the
said
assistant.
assistant before. Yeah, for a while I
Okay.
was. And
Okay.
that's,
Okay.
yeah.
What
Um,
does that entail you doing? What is the
well,
position?
first of all, it's a volunteer position. I'm not a paid employee of American
Yeah.
Atheists. I'm
Yeah.
just a volunteer. So I help as much as I can with that message. I've done work with groups trying to start off, groups that need help with, like, organization, or sometimes I'll go and I'll do talks. Groups can sign up to be American Atheist affiliates, what basically means that they they get information from us, and we'll send them things, and they can disseminate
Like me.
information, like you guys, right? Like posters, buttons, stickers, little things like that. They can also sign up through American Atheists for grants to get money to pay for things like tabling events, like pride events, things like that. Whatever the group is into.
That's
It's
interesting.
mhm.
Okay. Because
And
I
so,
was look. Okay, go ahead. Finish.
oh
I'm
yeah, no,
finished.
yeah.
Okay. No, go
And,
ahead. No,
and
go ahead. Go ahead. Go
and if
ahead.
you're interested, you'd want to contact American Atheists about that. And if you're listed as an affiliate, in which I believe Black non-atheists are,
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
black non-believers. I'm sorry. then yes, then you would want to contact them and see if there's a grant available. And
Yeah, I
then
really want
yeah,
to have a Michigan small conference.
yeah,
I've really been looking into doing that.
yeah, that'd
You
be great.
know,
That'd be
yeah.
really great. Um,
I don't know where, but I wanted to get all the groups together,
yeah,
as many as you can, and try to work something out and have fun and just laugh and talk and hang out.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, a
No,
couple of speakers
yeah,
maybe here and there.
yeah,
That's my goal for maybe the
yep.
next couple of years.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lisa already talked about she wanted to come if I did do something like that.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
I met her my first time at the art park when we went down there. She was down there with the booth, with
Yeah, you've known
t-shirts and
me longer
everything.
than her. I mean, you've known her longer than me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I met
I
her
met.
in 21.
Yep, and I also talked to her again in Atlanta when the convention
Okay.
was in Atlanta.
Oh,
Um,
but it was okay. Yeah.
yep. And this past time it was in Minnesota, which was a really great
Yes.
convention.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Yes.
the conventions are great. I highly recommend them. It's people think it's just you're just sitting around, you're complaining about religion. It's not that at all. It's a lot of workshops
Yeah.
on doing things, organizing groups. There was a really good workshop on how to get people to run for school board, or running for school board yourself, and getting secular people to run for
Oh,
office.
that's nice.
Things like that, organizing groups. It was a really great conference. It was really great. I highly recommend it if
Yeah,
you're
I
interested.
have to pick. I went to Arkansas
Oh yeah,
protest for the first time last year,
yeah,
and it's funny how we both kind of build our community by going to that event. Hold on one second.
yeah,
So that was
yeah,
kind of funny. You know, after I left, now I have a podcast. Now I'm on other things. Now I'm getting
yeah, right,
interviewed just for me
right,
going to the Arkansas
right.
protest. But I didn't meet Owen Raw and Seth Andrews there. I did meet Seth at the NailCon,
Yeah, yeah. I've
which he's a pretty cool guy
It is
though.
very cool. Yeah. Um, I did other podcasts as well. I teamed up with a pastor friend of mine, did a couple podcasts. I'm not sure if you can find them on my page, um, but
What is your YouTube?
they're
I'm
around.
gonna.
My
If anything,
friends,
I can link. Maybe I can add you. Hold on.
nothing right now because I think it's okay. So here's the deal. I used to be podcasting on a format that you could use from your phone,
Okay.
and it was called I can't remember the name, but whatever the name was, this company got bought out by Spotify. So
Oh, okay. I got
everything,
you.
all my recordings went to Spotify. So I have not used it. So you know, the name of my podcast is the Atheist Perspective.
That's a nice name. I like
Yeah,
that name.
thanks. And then the podcast I did with the pastor, I think it's the what was it? Yeah, it was so long ago, and they were good talks. I did a couple podcasts with these guys, and they were pastors, and that was times where when I started, I was doing the whole ambassador thing and trying to be nice and speak to these guys, and they're great guys. They're very good examples of what I consider like really good Christian people because they're very all about the separation of church and state, and they're all
Yeah.
about people, like just what you'd want as a secular person, the
Yeah.
equality of everything and the ability to work together. That's another thing. There's been a
Yeah.
lot of recently with so many people in need. There's been a lot more activity with interfaith groups, which is a good idea. um,
Exactly. Yeah.
it's difficult sometimes to work with some of the groups. And me, I'm always careful because I want to know where the money's going. That's my thing. And I
Exactly.
want them to know, and I want to make sure that it's not going to pay for, your something for your church, or even worse, pay for a lawyer to protect your priest who is a pedophile, even worse, which happens
Yeah.
all the time in Michigan.
Oh
So
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
all the time. I
When I was
personally, yeah, when the PPP money, when that money came out publicly and the IRS put that all out, I got access to it. All of us did, and we looked through it all, and I got to see all the Michigan churches that took money. And
well, that was good. You was able to see that.
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Archdiocese of Detroit took $5 million.
Wow. I used to. We both were Catholic,
Yeah,
and I went to Catholic school as well. And I also worked for some years at the Archdiocese downtown.
yeah, yeah,
Um, but I remember when I was in the seventh or eighth grade. I've been so long ago. And a teacher, a nun, as a matter of fact, was trying to get kids to do this project or something. Nobody wanted to do it. And so it's a nursery rhyme. Any, meeny, miny, mo. We now say tiger. She did not say tiger. I'll just say that. So we looking at each other like, did she say what we thought she said? So of course, a lot of kids went home and told their parents.
right.
One parent, one child's parent called the news.
Ooh.
So of course the news was at the school. They interviewed me and a few other students. Of course, we gave our perspective
Oh yeah,
on the news, and we came back to school because it's happened like after school. We
yeah,
came back to school the next day.
yeah.
We were highly disciplined. One of her friends, another nun, yelled and screamed at us, call us names, every name in the book.
Oh,
So of course they let the teacher that said the slur off, and then they also let the other teacher go. I'm like, that was crazy. Like we had every right to speak up. Now you ruined her life. She ruined her own life.
mm,
And I can't think of who the he ended up going to the Vatican, I forget what
I'm
his name
sure.
was. But at the
Yeah,
time, one of the what do you call them? The Archduke, I with the name. But he ended up going to the Vatican. He was a cardinal, whatever. But he ended up going to the. He probably passed now. It's been so long ago.
hmm,
But yeah, he was part of the church for a long time. But yeah, and then there was another case a couple months later where they said they were unruly because they were black, and this was in the 80s. So it's not like things just So this is my childhood.
yeah,
I was born in the 70s. But in
yeah.
the 80s, this went on in the 80s where
Mhm.
teachers still called you that name and still treated you wrong. This is the Catholic Church. And it was so sad because you talked to Neil show. You talked about you were part of the altar. You were altar boy. I hated that. I wanted to be an altar boy so bad because y'all got to miss. They got to miss class. They got to miss class all the
Oh, I
time.
never got to miss any class. They still sent me to it,
Oh,
so I got nothing out of it.
oh
I
no,
had to do it. I had no
no.
choice. I
That's
had to do it.
that's crazy because at my school they was always out of class.
I consider myself lucky that I dodged a bullet,
Yeah, I'm
and
that's what
and
I'm.
not being touched, or
I know that's what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah.
Sometimes
I'm
you,
lucky. Yeah.
I'm really glad that I wasn't part. I wasn't an altar boy now when I was younger because I hated going to mass, but I was able to miss school for like 2 periods.
Now you've got the rise. Now it's the rise of the organizations. I don't know if you've seen this, but those organizations that are pulling kids out of school because the state allows kids to leave. Some states allow kids to leave school during the day to get additional religious studies and then come
Are
back.
you serious?
Oh yeah, it's totally allowed. Yeah,
I've never heard of that
yeah, it's
before.
yeah. And unfortunately, in Michigan, we don't have anything. We allow this, so I believe that we allow this. Yeah, I know Ohio does for sure, and
Wow, that's only one state down.
yeah, and they'll come in, and so there are some big organizations that will. They're all set up. They're all they're big corporations now, and they'll come in with their special little vans with their names on it and come in and swoop the kids up and take them to some church and then bring them back.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, they would have the little trailers, excuse me, in the back of the school, and that's where the remedial classes were taken. But all I know is these kids were leaving school and wasn't in a class, and I would get mad, like I want to go to.
Yeah.
And I found out that's
That's
why they were
funny.
in there. There's remedial
Yeah.
classes, so I didn't need remedial classes. But that was funny though, because I was like, I want to go to the remedial class. I didn't know what it was remedial class. I just knew that they got to leave the class,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm like, damn, I want to get away from this class doing this
Mm.
hard work. But now I'm glad that I wasn't going to those classes.
Right. Right.
But yeah, like I said before, I thank you, and I know when I first started, you did give me a lot of information, a lot of talks and stuff like that. I did. I know you talked about. I won't talk about what you do for a living,
Oh.
but I won't talk about that because I don't want to be personal in that.
Oh, you
But
can if
I
you want.
know that. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. So I know that you said that you would do the have me touring the facility. Could I have it as a group activity for my group?
No.
Okay.
No, you
Okay.
can't do
Okay.
that.
Okay. I understand that. I
Yeah.
was asking. Okay. 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 That's understandable. That's what. Well, I have to ask.
Oh,
Well, I
hey.
will come by myself.
Oh, yeah.
I will come
That'd
by
be great.
myself, or
Yeah.
maybe Kalisha. But yeah. So lost my train of thought. I always do that because I am tired. Um, hold on a second.
Mhm.
Where uh, is okay? Where do you see yourself going? Like, are you content with the pot with the coalition, American Atheists? Do you see yourself doing something bigger, or are you just content at this part of your life right now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I know
Oh,
you're
yeah.
doing a lot. You're
Yeah.
doing a lot, though.
Yeah.
I know
Oh, yeah.
that.
Yeah. As far as activism and everything, totally content because,
Okay.
my goal was never to be part of the, atheist stardom. And that's honestly, that's a problem sometimes with people that I meet and people that want to get involved, but then they want to be an atheist star. They don't really want to do anything that helps the atheist community. They just want to, put themselves out there. That's cool too. But a lot of times it's, uh, we need people to jump in and, jump in and help us. And if you want to
Yes.
become, build your label up and do your thing, that's great. But we could really use your help with
Yeah.
little things. And I think a lot of people, they're pulled in by so many like charismatic folks that we have some amazing people in our community, and our online community is just top notch. Some of the smartest people that you'll see are making content. Some wonderful people I met at Baja Con, some actual scientists, some people that are just so well spoken, and they're really engaging people, and they're doing a great job. And so I always tell people, like, we need people to help us locally. And if you're
Yeah.
one of those charismatic people, then more power to you. But really, the help, we need people to help us with our day to day. We need volunteers. We need people to
Yeah.
donate to these organizations. We need people to show up. Show up, do the things, whether it be a service org or just a social meeting or a demonstration or whatever we have,
Yes.
or whether we have a picnic every year, things like that. Like
Yes. Yes. We have a lot of
whatever
fun.
whatever it is, yeah, whatever it is, we just need people to show up. I
Yeah,
think,
we do.
yeah. And the other side, I see some people they want to get involved, but some people only want to get involved in the the activism side of like demonstrations and counter protests, and that's just there's a place for that too. Um, but that's you got to be involved. You got to be kind of in the know for those things and know when they're popping up. I tend to try. I'm not really in the know because I focus more on just what my service group is going to provide every month for some people.
Yes.
So that's where my focus is right now. But there's other groups that are really doing a great job with getting out there and doing things. And so
Yeah.
that's really what we need. We need some people to come out and give us a hand. Help out. We need some people to show up.
Exactly. We do. We do. I do,
You
do
know,
tabling. Sometimes
yeah.
it's just me and one other person.
And you
We do
know,
the debaptisms and all that stuff, and it's really hard,
and I think
doing it by yourselves and stuff like that.
just
What
the
you saying?
range and the range of different people that are all part of these secular groups that get together for these things like tabling. It's just astounding. It's just nice to see because you're just looking at this group of people like that's just there's just different people and they all have something in common, but they're all so nice in their own way. They're just great people. I just love that the secular community come together like that. And when
I
these events I did in the summer were just great. People, I did a Pride event. Michigan
Oh
Atheist was the
yeah,
one that had the
yeah,
booth,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
was great. I mean, you had some pictures on your opening of the guys, and you were part of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
debaptism. I mean, that's just a great. And
yes.
people were coming together, and then people were talking to us. I even had, I think I don't know what kind of priest he was, but he came right up to us, was happy to see us, and appreciated that we were giving our perspective and we were doing it peacefully and out of good fun. And he had nothing but great things to say. And
Yeah,
I always tell people about that. Like, come out because you'll see people like that.
yeah.
It's not about people throwing garbage at us and us getting in arguments anymore. It's not. I don't see it like that. I see
We
people
get our
coming
few
together
here and there, but
here
it's
and
more.
there,
It's more.
but
Yeah, it's not
I
as
didn't.
bad.
It really wasn't too bad, and like a couple of the looks, but not. When we went the Pride event I went to, the first one in the summer, it was amazing. There were so many people, and
Oh yeah, we had
the
so much
vibe was
fun.
just so positive. And even if there was a couple of the hate preachers that were out on the street, everybody else was just so nice and just so like just accepting. I really liked that vibe. It was great. So that's what more activities like that, and if you're somebody who's listening right now and you're into those kind of groups, you don't know where you can do these things, and go online, check this out. Check out groups like Michigan Atheist. They're always doing events all over the place. There's
Yes,
quite a few other groups
which
in Michigan as well.
we're trying to
Yeah,
spread out to
yeah,
sometimes have events in other areas like Grand Rapids or something
mhm.
like that, and just
Oh yeah,
have a little visit and do something like that because we are Michigan atheists and we
yep,
basically have been settled in the Metro Detroit area,
for sure.
but we supposed to symbolize all of Michigan. So
Yeah,
if we can,
yeah,
and if somebody else wants to get together, hey Cynthia, got Cosmic Kyle, John here. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate everybody for coming in and to have different people, just like Black non-believers.
yeah,
We're here, but you can set up and start your own little group that can be
yeah,
affiliated with the Michigan Atheists. We can't really handle. It's really like five of us doing everything
yeah, yeah,
and go throughout the whole country.
yeah,
Like we did look
yeah,
at trying to bring more black people, and people's like, well, we're all the way in Lansing. We do things in Lansing, but it's kind
yeah,
of to do with
yeah.
everything in Lansing.
There's and same thing. There's a group in Lansing too, Michigan Atheists, and they're out there doing
Yeah,
meetings and stuff like that.
yeah,
Each group does different things. There's lots of different groups. They do different things. Some have meetings. Some are like we do a social meeting. We give information out, like Detroit Atheist Meetup. It's
yeah,
it's a gathering of people in that area that have like-minded ideas.
yeah.
And
Stu
and
is over that.
and then there's other, yeah, exactly, and there's other groups that do different things. And like I said, my group, we don't have meetings. We just show up for the events and do the events, and that's it.
Yeah,
So a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
to
yeah.
choose from. There's a lot of different. Let's see who else is out there. Yeah, Sunday Assemblies out there.
Yes,
They
yes.
do
It's a
they
great
do
organization.
meetings. Yep,
Yes.
and
I work with Austin and with Steve a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
Yeah,
Lots
they
of
really.
lots of groups around. But if you're one of those people there's nothing in your area, then get a hold of one of us. If you can get a hold of me through American Atheist, I can point you in the right direction, help you get
Be
started.
through Black Non-Believers
Yep.
or through Michigan Atheist.
Yeah.
We're willing to help you
Yep.
because I
Um,
know how it feels to feel like you're alone in the community.
yeah.
Nobody else, no, there's nobody else to be there
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
We need each other.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. It's my wonderful friend Cynthia, got Cosmic Kyle, John. He just left. Trees, I don't know if Trees is still here. Eric, Lil. I don't know who's all here. I love you too, Kyle. And like I said, that this is what is so important with these groups because I would not be where I would be if it wasn't for you guys.
Mm.
You know, and these wonderful cis white men is the reason why. You know, when I came in, you guys helped me. It texted me, emailed me, Facebook me. How can we help you build this or your organization? How can you be better? How can we make you be better in this group? And
Right.
it really was so amazing to me.
Right. Right.
And I don't know, you know, and it's just so thing, you know. And like I said earlier, thank you for shouting me out
Of course. Yeah.
at the other stream and stuff
Hmm.
like that, you know, and to have the black non-believers, you know, really looking out for me since day one because I do myself I have a problem with anxiety and I have a problem with um not feeling that I'm going to be accepted.
Sure.
And it stems from past trauma,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of people that I meet that they feel the same way. You know, looking for that group of people that feel the same way they do. That's what I like about the conventions so much.
Oh
And
yeah,
doing the
yeah,
podcast is meeting all these great people, and then it's like that's what you have in common. It's like, all right, and so much more
yeah,
when you meet people. It's so much more. The conventions, things like that. You just meet some great people, some really smart people too.
yeah.
I'm very humbled
I'm
by
like,
it.
man,
Yeah,
and
if
it's
you ever get to go to Baja Con, you're in the same room with just some brilliant, brilliant
yeah,
people.
and it's right across. I'm gonna be honest when it comes to Baja Con, I would want to go when it's more diversity.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
just
No, I
my.
get that. Yeah.
I love the wonderful speakers
Yeah.
and and great things, and I'm like, and I know a few people from Black Non-Believers in my group that actually goes every year.
Yeah.
I don't think they went last year because they said it was the same time as a Star Trek convention in Las Vegas. But they
Oh,
usually go yeah, so I had to
I
pick
didn't
between
even know
Star
about Star
Trek.
Trek shit.
The,
Oh man.
it's a Star Trek
Yeah.
convention that happens in Las Vegas, but
Yeah.
I think how it's set up now, they can go to both
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I think they change it because it's I think the humanist
Yeah.
is around the same time. The humanist is the same day as what the Baja Con normally is, so they had to change the date to later on
Right.
so she can go to both.
Yeah.
But I was
You guys
like,
should contact. You should contact the staff. The Baja staff. They're really great people. So but
yeah,
they plan like really early. They're really on top of it. So I would contact them and see if you guys like book from your organization and get somebody out there to do speaking. You know, talk to their staff. They're really good people. I'm sure they'd hear you out for sure. And then,
yeah.
you know, like I
I
said,
don't
they
know.
book really early, so they already have their speakers already lined up for the August
Yeah,
BajaCon they're doing. So
Jason Freer will eventually will be my guest. We're just trying to plan a day and time where he can be on my show as well.
cool. Yeah.
So
Um
yeah,
yeah, it's a good venue. And then of course the problem with the American Atheist Convention was we had to push it back because um we were having we were hosting the International Humanist Convention, and that got
okay,
changed because of the immigration policies and our border
yeah,
policies. so we had to cancel it, and it got
I
moved
was really
to
angry with
Canada.
that because I'm like, dang, I was gonna
Yeah,
go to
it
that.
was that's a tough decision to make, and I understand. I mean, first of all, understand. I have nothing to do with any of those decisions. I only hear about it when the information gets put out with everything else. And when I heard, I was very sad too. But it's definitely no, um, they definitely it was a difficult decision to make, and that I wouldn't want to be on have to make those decisions either. But I think what they did is for the best,
I'm gonna read
concerning the
Cynthia's
safety of people.
comments. I'm gonna read Cynthia's comments, and I'm also
It
gonna
was fun.
okay. She says, Baha Khan, put up on the screen. Can do that now. Baha Khan has a problem with diversity, and from my communications from one of the organizers, I'm really looking into commit to diversifying.
Huh. Okay.
Very sad for them to feel that way. Yeah, I know Mandisa's talked with Bob a few times, and she was supposed to be on, and then they took her off.
Hmm.
But we are gonna have Revival of Reason, like she mentioned it already. Revival of Reason next March in Atlanta. This is for the Black Non-Believers Conference.
Okay.
So that's our conference that we have. And we also have the Black Non-Believer CCon that we have every November.
Is there a location in Atlanta? Is it going to be the same location as the American Atheist was back in few years back, the
I don't
convention
know.
center?
Last time we had it at an event hall.
Event hall. Okay.
It was right outside of Atlanta. I'm trying to think of what city it
That's
was
cool.
in. But it was Morrow, Atlanta.
Okay. Okay. Oh, she says Godless Gospel will be performing. That's awesome.
Yes,
That's
yes,
awesome. Cool.
yes.
Cool.
If you haven't listened to Godless Gospel, I don't know what you're missing. You're missing, man. I wish I could sing because I would gladly join. I'll be lip singing. And at NailCon, Cynthia took over. Like she stole the show. Cynthia stole the show in the last at the at a NailCon.
Nice.
But yeah,
Nice.
but like
Yeah.
I say, is that going to these conferences, meeting people, talking to people,
Yeah.
networking is what it's about.
Yeah, there's some good people. I really wanted to go to the conference in Nashville, but I just couldn't swing it. I was so busy with
Yeah.
work.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah. You do a lot.
a lot. I'm very
You
busy.
do a lot. You
Very
do a
busy.
lot. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to ooh. Yeah, I went to the Arkansas protest, NailCon, the Back Cruise,
Wow. You're
and
busy.
then I'm gonna say, what else did I do? I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not. Then I went to the CCon.
CCon.
And then now this year, I guess John and Casey are having a conference. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
Rock
gotta
City.
pick.
Is that oh
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
York City. Yeah,
Oh,
that sounds
that would
cool
be
too. I'm
awesome.
like, I don't know what am I gonna do. I have to pick and choose what I'm gonna do.
I would
I'm,
love to go down to Huntsville, Alabama to see that. I've been to
yeah,
Huntsville, Alabama when I was a kid, and I went to
yeah.
Rocket Center, and I would love to go down there and see it again and go to yeah, John and Casey, what great people. Great people. It was really nice to meet them. So I
Yeah.
hope I wish I could go. I unfortunately cannot go. So I wish them the best at their convention down there. That'd be really cool.
Oh yeah. But I will
That'd be really
always,
cool.
I
If you
always
go,
give
let me know.
Michigan
Yeah.
atheist love. I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to. I always give Michigan atheist love whenever
Yeah.
I
Oh
talk.
yeah.
They talk about my Black non-believers part,
Yeah.
but I say I'm also a board member, a treasurer of Michigan Atheist too. Don't forget about that, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Congratulations, by the way. I didn't even get to say
Oh,
something.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, not a lot of people ran, so I was kind of easy to
Yeah.
get the position.
Yeah.
It's sad how people, and I remember it would talk about this. You posted a simple post in our Facebook group about joining Michigan Atheist.
Yeah.
And I cannot believe all the negative comments that you got.
On the Michigan Atheist page. I know, right?
Yeah, and they were like,
Like, what are you
"What are
doing
you
here?
doing to help us?"
Just trolling. Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't. I didn't really. I can't take those comments seriously. A lot of them, and it is sad. You're right. But maybe just one person will see it and go, yeah. And that's one more person we got in giveaways. One more person we got showing up to meetings and voicing their
oh,
opinion. It.
yeah,
I
that's
think
crazy though.
it is, but that's and it. The worst part is that like I didn't think that the church state separation was a you know left or right issue, and it's sad that when you go out there to protest for church and state separation, you're met with other atheists giving you a hard time.
Yeah, that's
What?
hard.
It's got nothing to do, with left or right. It's got to do with the Constitution. And
I'm one thing
so,
that yeah,
so it's
that's
it,
the one thing you
it
do have
is
to
it is sad.
understand
It is
is
sad.
that some people haven't got rid of their indoctrination. Like
Yeah,
they don't believe in God, and that's the only thing that they gave up.
yeah, yeah,
They were assholes as Christians and they're assholes as atheists.
yeah. That's true.
Sad thing to
That's
say,
true.
but that's how they are.
Yeah.
I don't,
Um.
and
And there are other side atheist. There are atheists that take another side. There are groups open to those people too, and I encourage those people that were so angry that day. Hey, check those groups out. Maybe that's something more to you instead of trying to troll us for nothing. Yeah,
yeah, don't troll us. Yeah,
just
but when you
not.
start critically thinking, you
Yeah,
change a lot of your thought process you had in the
yeah,
past because you realize I was wrong for thinking this way.
yeah,
Maybe I'm just a rational person.
yeah. It's I met a lot of great people at the last protest I was at, and wearing my atheist stuff, having an atheist sign. I met a lot of people that had positive things to say about it, who agreed with the message. And if those people are listening,
Yeah,
come on out,
yeah, come on out.
come on out to lend a hand to the events. Check
You're
us out.
like hold on. She says being atheist is one position. Do you believe in a God? Doesn't stop you from being. Yes, exactly, Cynthia. Does not. Exactly, does not. Because I got really hurt for a few, even of few content creators that have a nice following. When I got to talk with them on a personal level, I didn't really get that. I was kind of disappointed.
Hmm.
But here we are. There's plenty others that
Yeah,
I connected with and everything. They make me feel at home.
yeah,
And that's funny. When I first came to Black Non-Believers, when I first met um Mandisa, I had a pre-notion, prejudging her that especially a lot of black people when they get that power, many of them think that they're better. I'm the president. But
yeah,
no, she was definitely not like that.
yeah. That's cool.
She was
Yeah,
the sweetest person.
yeah.
Gave
That's
me a
cool.
hug and everything.
Yeah, I do
Yes,
like. Can I address that comment from Rainbow Ash real quick?
yes.
Rainbow Ash 666. Yeah, I would, from personal experience, I would say never meet your heroes. Now, I take exception with my atheist quote unquote heroes. I've met a lot of atheist people that make online content that have just been absolutely sweet, so nice, so good to their family, graduate work. And I had a chance to do a masterclass clinic with a musician who is a pretty popular jazz world musician, and he was a big hero of mine. I had all his CDs. I loved this guy, and he was going to do work with us. And I can honestly say, after working with him, the first thing I did when the concert was done, my gig with this guy, I threw all of his CDs out, and I never want to listen to that guy again. It was the worst experience I've ever had.
Oh,
And I
that's
just stopped, and
sad.
I really haven't played music since.
Oh no. What
Yeah.
did you used to play?
Percussion. Yeah.
Oh man.
I have a degree in instrumental music education, and I was a K through 8 band teacher. And I also taught music in high school music. I taught specifically, I was teaching high school competitive marching band and competitive drumline. But that was a long time ago, and I've got out of that now. But
Oh
yeah, I met
man.
but Rainbow Ash 666. I met my hero, and it was all bad. But on the flip side, I met some good people at these conventions. I consider some of my heroes, and they were great. They were regular people. But this particular musician, it was a terrible
Oh.
experience. Yeah, so it's yeah, it goes. It's a long thing, but yeah, I studied in Ghana for a little while and had some good experiences
Oh, wow,
there.
you did a lot of. Yeah, I was hearing about your military experience on the
That's
Neil show, but I didn't know about your musician. Maybe I missed that part. I didn't know about your musician.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't really talk about that much. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was a band teacher. First
Wow.
taught middle school band, which I enjoyed the most. I enjoyed middle school band, but at the time it was very difficult. And then the housing crash hit, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, a lot of jobs were lost, and a lot of people that were um, retired, quote unquote, retired, came back and didn't retire, didn't open up a lot of positions. So yeah, it was rough. And finally, when teaching positions started offering $15 an hour, and
Oh, that's ridiculous.
they want you to have a graduate degree
Yeah, you got
and
a master's and you
experience,
teach fifth.
and they want all those things, and they're like $15 an hour, and I just was like, that's it. An actual
Yeah, I
high
make more than
school.
my daughter, and she has a master's in education.
So it was. I had to choose. It just wasn't working out for me. So I got out of the teaching. I never looked back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people. Like my daughter is looking at leaving to find something else to do. Because, I mean,
It's
these kids are unruly.
for me. It was never about the kids. It was about the not being able to. I had to have 4 jobs every summer, like just to keep up. The cost of living,
Yeah.
like the what you're getting paid, and then I went from public school. I couldn't keep a gig there, and I went to charter school and took a huge pay
Okay.
cut, and
Oh,
it was even
yeah.
more difficult. They're really making it difficult for some of the teachers, and I feel for those teachers. They have an
Punk Apostate just
extremely
came
difficult
on.
job.
Hey.
Oh, sweet!
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Like
It is crazy.
you go
See,
to
I don't do that
school and
anymore.
a lot of times you have to get loans and stuff like that to pay for your
Yeah.
education.
I was lucky. I had the GI Bill. That was the
Oh,
main
okay.
thing.
But then
So
you have to
yeah,
go through all that military crap.
yeah, that was something else. That's a story in its own. It
I
was an
was in
experience. Yeah.
ROTC in high school, and the first year that I was in college, I was in college ROTC.
Okay.
But yeah, I did not serve technically.
It it was it was an experience. Yeah, it was an
Yeah,
experience. But I met some good
I don't think.
people. Got to travel. Got to live in Korea. That was
Oh
great.
wow!
I
So
loved Korea.
you lived in
South.
Ghana and in Korea too?
Mhm.
Wow.
I I wouldn't say live in Ghana because I was only there for like a month.
Oh, okay. The visit. Okay, okay. I
It
got
was a
it.
month, studying over there, but Korea, yeah, that was 12 months. And I
Okay, so
loved
yeah, you
Korea.
lived there.
Yeah.
When I didn't really talk about it, but when I was in the International Church of Christ, I
Yeah.
spent like 6 months in Papua New Guinea
Wow.
trying to build the
Wow.
church there. That's a story in itself.
I bet. That's deep.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yep. Sent me over there right out of high school before I started college. So yeah, that was a whole nother story. But yeah,
Yeah.
when you live the different lifestyle that they live and everything. And now
Yeah.
when I look at it now, I'm like, oh, why would I
But let me ask you
going
this,
over another country? Sure.
because when I went to the countries, I went there as a person who was was an atheist, so I went to those countries, and it
I
helped
was a
my
Christian.
perspective. See, and I wonder, like, did you, as a Christian, did you have that whole like Fern Gully Avatar experience where you see the people and you see what's happening, and your eyes finally open and you see it, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is all bullshit. This is bullshit. What did you didn't
Well,
have those moments?
I looked at it more of that I'm trying to help these people. I was trying to help these people being with the Christianity,
Yeah,
and how can I help them
right.
financially and everything like that. I thought I was helping them,
Yeah, but
but
but you were
me
still
being
Christian when you came
me
home, though.
being a young person, I didn't really have the best. I would say this: I was a very spoiled kid. My mom was a teacher. My dad was the executive of General Motors.
Okay, but
So
like when you,
I live in a pretty good area and stuff like that,
yeah,
and to see, like, even though I've known some of my friends lived in bad neighborhoods in the United States, it was different than these people.
yeah,
Like poverty, because you can go like a couple miles in Detroit,
yeah,
nice homes, another couple miles it's like slum,
that's true.
and
That's true. Yeah,
and
it
so
it changed.
wow,
You know what? When I being in Ghana really
I want to go so to Africa so
gave me
bad.
it really honestly gave me a huge appreciation for our city and social services because they don't have those. And when you see it without it, when you live without it, you realize like how good we have it. Trash,
Yeah,
water,
yeah.
police, fire, these things we all just take for granted. And
Like in Papua New Guinea, it was like
and I saw it, and it really, when I came home from Ghana, I was really different in just the way I thought about everything, about our government, about community. I thought I really grew as a person coming back, seeing it, not just musically, which I was there studying, but everything.
yeah.
And I made some good relationships with some people over there, some real deep relationships.
Do
It
you
was,
know them now? Do you still have communication with them in some kind of way, or you don't?
oh yeah, through Facebook and things. Yeah.
Yo, that's
Um,
Facebook, hey, Facebook, hey.
my my teacher over there, though, he passed away about
Oh no.
three 3 years ago. Yeah, but the school that they run is still there. Still,
Yeah, I know. I connected with Mandisa with this humanist group that was
mhm.
from Nigeria, and I worked with them.
Wow,
I worked with them and stuff like that. And after the
wow,
workshop, ended up getting this humanist certificate. That was pretty cool, though.
yeah,
Thank you, Mandisa, for hooking me up with that.
cool.
But no, I do have a Nigerian humanist coming on my show, Kieto. I can't pronounce his last name. I'm not even going to try. But on the 29th, he will be a guest on my show.
Okay, cool.
We, um, and he helps. I'm going to try to have another guest. His name is Dennis. He's also Nigerian.
Hmm.
However, the issue with him is that he exiled from Uganda because of him being a gay man and is persecuted there.
Oh, that is true. That is Uganda's rules. Yeah, terrible.
So where he's at now, the internet is trash,
Yeah,
and they have
yeah.
internet times.
Yep,
So I have to find a time. So
yep.
Kieto is a lawyer
Okay,
that's been helping Dennis.
okay.
So I'm gonna have him on because it's kind of hard for me to communicate with Dennis and the
Sure.
internet stream and stuff like that. Talk about what's going on there and things like that. I think it's very important because many times we look at our own bubble and forget that there's other situations outside. Because I remember when part of Black non-believers, the women of color, where I first met atheist people, period. And it was some live streams, and they had some women that had to be silent with the fact they were atheists because they could be put to death.
That's true.
And it's
Yeah,
only a few years ago,
yeah.
and we forget that.
when I when when I was traveling to Ghana and I was there because I was there under the university, we were given strict rules about it, and we kept our rules. We did not talk about religion at all. We did not talk about politics at all because they're very sensitive topics. Very, very sensitive, especially politics. I in Ghana, if you're wearing a political color of a party, they could take that the wrong way. And so
Yes.
we when we went to the university, we was very strict rules about colors we were wearing, not to mix certain things because we don't want to start arguments because we were not allowed to get
Yes.
in those arguments. And we weren't
Yes.
there to talk about.
That's
I mean, we were there to study music and culture. We were not there to study politics.
yeah. I
And
don't
their
want to.
politics,
Don't bring that up to me.
it's deep.
I
It's
want to have
very deep.
fun.
And us being, none of us were educated in that, so we weren't even close to being able to talk about it. But it was a thing, and we knew. And when we went to the northern cities of Ghana, where there was a bigger lots more Muslim population, same thing, and it
Okay.
was part of everything that was going on. So just kind of be cool and stand back and watch it, and I knew that's how it had to be. Observe, you're a guest here, so
Yes.
observe that,
Yes. Yes.
observe
Yes.
that,
Yes. Yes.
and
Yes. Yes.
um,
Yeah. You have to go by what that country's
yeah,
laws are.
yeah. But as for like, I would say our friend Steve wrote a book,
Yeah. Oh yes. Yes.
Humanism from the Heart,
From
right?
heart. Yes.
Uh,
Great book. If you
that's a
don't
good
haven't
book.
bought it, bought it.
That book is good about teaching people how to talk to one another,
Exactly.
in
You can
that,
have a great
you know,
relationship with a theist and a theist and
yeah.
atheist.
It's difficult sometimes, but it's got to happen. We got to make progress, and I think that's one of the ways we can do it.
Well, both people have to have a common ground.
Yeah,
And when you try to change somebody to something they don't want to change to, that's an issue right there.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
So that's what the issue is. And Steve and his wife are amazing.
They are.
So they kind of work together.
Yeah.
Hey, Helen, we're at the lead. The chat's about to be over because my time is done and I need to get ready to go to work. Once again, I thank you for coming on. And like I said, you're my friend for life.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for your
Yes,
time and your
yes,
awesome
yes,
show.
yes, yes, yes. So Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central, Secularity will be on
Awesome.
my show. The 29th of this month, Kyoto. I might be saying his name wrong. He's a Nigerian lawyer who now lives in Britain, UK. He will be speaking with me on the 29th.
Cool. Very cool.
I will be on Bad Science Sunday, December the 12th. The Kentucky Atheist will be on my show on the 12th. Ryan Gillian, who is the Nordic Black, will be on my show on the 3rd. A lot of stuff going on. Is there anything that you want to plug or anything that you want to talk to finish us out with?
Yeah. If you live in the Metro Detroit area, you'd like to help out with a secular service organization, then go on Facebook and check out the Michigan, the Atheist Coalition of Michigan. Also, if you'd like to get tapped into those things, you have a probably easier time if you go to Michigan Atheist. Check out Michigan Atheist. They're a great group doing a lot of things. And if you'd like to donate to a national organization, there's American Atheists, who I represent. We've been around forever. We have lots of people that we have representations in the court in DC, and we're constantly working to try and help Americans with the separation of
Yes.
church and state. We are fighting Christian
Yes.
nationalists. We're fighting
Yes,
Christian
we are.
nationalism right now. So anything you can
Yes.
do, help your local group or help a national group, it all makes a difference. So thank you very
It
much.
really does.
Appreciate your time today.
And black non-believers too.
Yes,
Put that
black
in. Put that in
non-believers,
a
of
mix.
course,
Put that in the
definitely.
group mix too. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So again, thank you. I thank everybody for tuning in. I see Hell's Bells came on. Punk Apostate.
Hmm.
There's a lot of people. Cynthia, I don't know if she's still here. Cynthia, that's my homegirl since day one. Till next, till Saturday, I will see you all. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank
Till
you.
next time. Bye.
feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride.